Hey Facebook, Johnny Lawrence back again. The response has been overwhelming. This is going to be my last video chat. I'm starting to wonder if I should do a video book rather than an actual book. My inbox has been just smashed with requests and comments, and I really appreciate all the encouragement. But this is going to be my last one. Um, Today, real quick, I'd like to talk to you about uh, becoming great. You know, everybody wants to become great, but so few people are ever really categorized as great in their field. You know, the reason that most people don't become great is a hidden little secret. If you were asked the public, why don't most people become great? Oh, they didn't work hard enough. Well, actually, I find that to be untrue. I find that some of the most average people in the world are the hardest working people I know. Or maybe they didn't know enough. I don't know. I know a lot of really smart people who never really were great at anything. um, Maybe they weren't focused enough. I've watched people over focus to the point where their life suffers in other arenas. Okay? The list goes on and on. People are lazy. There's a whole bunch of lists. You want to know, in my opinion, the number one reason that people never become great at something? Okay? The number one enemy of great is good. People, as soon as they start to become good, they start to become complacent. Take Kirby, for instance. Good enough to get a month of 15 here and there. Good enough to win a trip every so often. Good enough to get $1,000 paycheck. Good enough to stay in the business. Okay? And what happens is we start to try to take these people to the next level, not just in Kirby, in every sales organization or any sport or any business venture. And the people start to say things like, oh, I got it. Yeah, I already know that. That's what I do. And all that stuff. It's like, it's amazing how good can really be the biggest enemy of great. Okay? If you want to be great at something, you have to constantly be looking at it from every angle, constantly be searching out your mentors, constantly be talking to somebody who's smarter than you. My old boss used to tell me, if you're the smartest guy in the room, you better get in another room. Okay? And if you're the richest guy in the room, you also better get in another room. Okay? Because it's really easy to be a big fish in a small pond. If you want to be great at something, good can't even come into play. Okay? How do you judge great? Real simple. Great is judged pretty much in any field you're in. There's a standard of greatness. A 500 plus distributor. Golden Circle for the Kirby Company. Golden Circle is considered great. Diamond Circle is considered extremely elite. Okay, a dealer that sells 30 or gets their president's pin 5 months of 24, or gets 5 months of 15. Um, you know, uh, a team leader that does 50 plus, 50 to 75 plus, is doing a great job. An elite team leader is a 100 plus team leader. A knocker that can knock into 75 times, a month, 75 sales a month. The bars out there in any field are already set for what is considered great. I hear so many people say, well, what's the record? Oh yeah, I bet you I could break that. And my response is always, well, why don't you? Well, I was going to do it last month, but this came up and that came up. And what you have to realize is that in any quest for greatness, there's always going to be a whole list of adversities. Okay? Everybody who ever broke a record went through the same adversities. The only difference is they didn't sit, stop, and think about them. They blew through them so fast that, they turned mountains into molehills. Okay? Obstacles are what you see, when you slow down. Okay? These people were destined for greatness. You know, don't don't allow good to be great. If you're the top salesman in your office, that's fantastic, okay? But you know what? There's a positive gram for your entire region. There's a world positive gram. There's world records. You know what I mean? There's whole bars. There's always bars to be set. In the previous video we talked about the gap, and even people that are doing great are still searching out the gap. Okay, so that's it's going to be a short little clip this morning because I really have to run because I have to get on the field. But I will tell you this: make sure that you don't allow the enemy of great to be good. Okay, don't be good and then become uncoachable. See, what happens is most people are coachable when they're, let's say, when they're broke. Okay, and when you're broke, you're very coachable. Oh yeah, whatever you need, I'll do it, I'll do it because you don't want to be broke. Okay, but if you want to see a true test of character, if you want to see a true test of someone who's going to be great, okay, then you have to look at those people that are pursuing greatness.
Excuse me, sir. I ain't know nobody checked in here.
Oh, that's okay, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
Is the toilet stool right?
What's that?
The toilet rocking?
N-
Okay?
Yeah, everything's good.
Okay.
Okay. Listen, I don't want to record this whole thing again, so we're just gonna keep going. Some dude just busted in my room out of nowhere asking if my toilet's okay. Um, so, but anyways, if you want to show a true test of character, someone who really is pursuing greatness, okay, when they're at what they feel is their peak and they're accomplishing and all the awards are coming in, because tons of awards come in at good, okay, tons of money comes in at good, tons of accolades and admiration come in at good. So when that stuff starts rolling in, and you see that person not slowing down, you see that person still looking for the gap, you see that person still asking their mentors on a daily basis, what can I do better? What what do you think? How can I improve? Okay, that's someone that's going to be great. They're not allowing good to slow them down. Okay, Michael Jordan got accused of being only a slasher and dasher and slam dunker. So he would take 300 shots after every NBA practice, okay, to make sure he improved his shot. Then they told him, okay, that's great, but you're an offensive dynamo, but you don't know how to play defense. And then the next year he won Defensive Player of the Year, okay. This is somebody who's deserved the title great and elite, okay. Tiger Woods had won a bunch of championships, and him and his coach changed his swing, and he won even more championships afterwards. Even though he'd won all those championships, even though he was considered one of the greatest golfers of all time already, he decided to change his swing and look for that gap and see if he could get even better. Okay, that's what we got to do. Don't let the enemy of great become good. Keep staying coachable. Keep staying hungry. Keep looking for the gap. I'll see you at the top.